Alrighty, so hey guys, it's me Gavin, and we're gonna talk about how to use the Pivot Animator, the Pivot basic tutorial, and the tips and tricks. Okay, so you load into your Pivot Animator, link in the description for the website to download it. It's pretty simple to download, to be honest. So, basically, this lighter colored dot is how you move the whole character, and then these move the individual segments and all the ones that are connected to them. So the head and the arms are connected to the shoulders, and then the hand and whatever is connected to the forearm. So the very first thing is that, and then you can kind of put your dude in your pose. Got your stick figure, and you put him down, and you hit spacebar and it makes a frame, or you can click add frame. If you click on an already existing frame, you can modify it, and then you can hit update frame or spacebar again and it will change it. So now it does that. Right here you can change the frame per second. I would use about 15 or 18. You can use a different one, but like it's kind of difficult. And also I wouldn't use tweens. So here you can add tweens. Just kind of don't do tweens. The only time you're doing tweens is like, don't do this to hold a frame. You can click on the frame to select it, shift, click that, delete all of them, and then you can just drag the tweens up and then it will hold the frame. I have a habit of saving. I'm not gonna do that. And okay, so the next thing is, say you don't like this dude, you need to make he needs to have feet, he needs to have hands, he needs to look like Landfinder, or Slowly, or like, his legs need to be different. Okay, so you can click on edit, and this will edit the currently selected figure, so I can add his hands. Click L to add a new one. All the controls are over here too, if you hover over it. D to duplicate, mirror, put the feet. Now he's got feet. Now, for a simple way to make it like Silver Sword, like Slowly, Landfinder, with the legs bend, boom. And you just do that, and then he just kind of looks like it. And then they also have shorter arms, so I'm gonna go make my arms shorter. And then Shift will select the whole hierarchy of everything that's connected to the arm. So I can use that to delete that whole thing, and then select this whole arm, and then flip it, and now he's Landfinder character. Boom. And then we'll click Modify and File, Save, we'll name it. I'll just put it in here. Tutorial, save, and we'll name the figure. I'll just name him Figure Stickman. He's just a basic Stickman. And now we've got him. And now we can animate with him. So now that you made your character, how do I make him a color? I need my color Stickman. You go over here, figure color, or you can press C, and then you can choose whatever color you want. You can go along here. You can change the very exact stats here. You can set custom colors. How you set a custom color is you click on the color, and then you right click, and then it will go wherever you right click. So like I'm gonna set this dude to it. Oh, wait, I'm gonna set this guy to it before I ditch it, but I can like do this, right click, and then set him as that, but then I can set it back with the right click, and I can also just hit add a custom colors to put it in there, but it will overwrite. There's delete, there's hotkeys for everything. You can center it, which isn't very useful. You can lower it. So this is like, say you want a floor. I would make a figure, which to make a figure, you go in here, create figure type. It shows this dude, but we can just delete everything until it's one part and just make a figure like this and save as, just put like segment. And then you can use this and add an animation. And you can literally, you don't even need to use a figure builder, because I can just use this as a floor. I don't need to make a floor. If you click Alt on the piece and then drag, you can change the size. Control and drag to change the length. And then I can just lower it, and now he's got a floor, and I can make him stand on it. and I want to make it bigger. I want to bend a piece, right click and drag on a segment. You can see everything down there. That helps you if you want to get the same bends on pieces. So now that we know the basics, we can make a fight, and look, it already looks great. They've got the parts, and this also, the reason why all these are hidden is I press Control and H. Now you can see all of them, and then you can't. It just helps to make it a bit more clear. So now we can make our fight. So I won't animate a full fight, but the basic run is kind of like the leg starts to go back, and this leg will cross over and be kind of like that, and he starts to move his arms. It kind of goes up, and then this part starts to come out, and he can lean forward a bit because he's running. And then the leg will go a little bit off the ground. Don't kick it up like that, it just will look really weird. And then the other one extends out fully to touch the ground. Line up the foot with the ground. And boom. And then I'll make him punch. So for a punch, what you can do is you can shorten it. Once again, Control on one of the, hold Control, and then you click on one of these and drag. And now he's in a punch position. He'll keep running. And it is almost there. And so what I do is his punch starts to go. And then it will fully go. Don't ask me why I keep clicking my tongue. I just want to. I can't stop. And let's say that you see how he misses. Let's say he's got super speed, so he goes. And then he gets punched back. So to animate getting hit, first off, you want to know that he's hitting the body. So his legs won't go back like this. The legs will kind of lag behind where they were. The rest of the body will do the same. The arms will go out like that. And then it will kind of like that. You see how the upper body that got punched moves the most. The head and the arms move back to where they used to be. And then a simple camera shake, what I do is select everything, hit Control and C to copy, or just click here to copy. Lower everything, make frame, delete everything, copy it back in, well, paste, and put it, and then boom. And then for a simple speed effect, we can either do after images, which is really easy. You just copy it and make him less. And actually one that I really like, that I've seen before in animations, is a sort of last frame after image, like this. So we copy the last frame and then we just make it like that. And then if we play it, it looks better when it happens for a while. But now we've got a super simple punch and speed effect. And if you want an actual speed effect, well, first off is you're going to have to actually download an effects pack. Link in the description for real, for the one I have. And then I will go into it. It's in Spanish. XD. Let's open one of these. So you see this? So there's some lines. So this is the other way that you can animate, is you can this is probably better for like I wouldn't use this for the whole body movement. I would use this for the punch. So you see the punch, and then we put that, and it kind of looks like an arc. It's epic. And then we'll make it kind of a bit of a lighter color so it stands out. And then we'll add it in, of course, to this part. And now, and then also we can just like add it here. I'll find a different one actually. Another thing I'll do is I'll just open all of these. What you can do is you can load all of them, delete all of them, say no to this so that you'll still see them in the figure list, and then you can just see, this one looks good. Make it small, and now we can we can copy the color and put it in here. And now it'll look a bit better because there will be a frame here, and then boom. And then for speed effect, we'll add one of these bigger ones like this. We'll flip it around because of how it fades off, and then what we can do is we can duplicate it like this. Select all of them, and then we can put these on this color too so that they match, and we could just layer those over too. Make this one a bit bigger, more noticeable. And there. Now there's a speed effect. If you do want to add tweens, I'll just showcase what it looks like. You can just click this with all the flames selected, click another one, yes, and now they'll all have tweens. You can use it to make it a bit smoother, but it can look weird, especially when you have effects like this and stuff, and I would just stick to using little to no tweens. Only use them if you have to. And then maybe you want to hold the frame, and then we'll animate a kick. And while I'm talking about this, I'll go over my biggest tip, and also there's kind of air drag and whatever, so his limbs will start to move back as he's got a lot of force from that punch, and he'll start to draw his hand. But I would just keep animating. The more you animate, the more you learn how to animate, how to make it look good, you know what to do, you get your style. It sounds kind of cliche. He's going to keep stepping forward because he's going back. He's going to bounce with his arms. Because, you know, I've been animating for like, 3 or 4 months, and I've just gotten better every single time I animate. Not a whole lot better, but I've continued to get better. And then, because he's got a speed power, I'll make him go and like, there's a kick. And so you just learn things. Another thing I like to do for kicks is to kind of bend it like that, and then we can reverse it. And we can get our speed effects. But yeah, just keep trying. You know, you can upload your animations on YouTube, and don't get too discouraged if they don't do well at first. It can take time. My animations started to do well, and then YouTube just forgot about them. And then we'll do our screen shake, copy, lower, delete, paste, make it hold again, and then I'll go over just what it looks like when he hits against the wall, because these are just very basic stuff. I won't talk about how to do effects. I'm not good with effects, okay, except for this simple speed effect. He's gonna start to recover and rebalance, and he's gonna hit the wall, and he's gonna start to kind of flatten. Cause I'll go over in a second, like why. Once I get to that part of the animation, This is another part where you can make a little screen shake. Just if the kick is really powerful, or punch, then it will screen shake when he hits it to show that he hit it with a lot of power. So you can see, this is another thing remember to do with kicks, is they should lean back if they're staying on one leg, because this helps them balance when they're putting their other leg completely forward. So if they hit it with a lot of power, they're actually going to kind of bounce back like this. But they'll only start to do it a bit if it's not too much power. That's what this is. So he'll just kind of fall. Then we obviously do a little bit of easing. This is something you can do with everything. It basically just start off slow and slowly build up speed. I even did easing in my punches. It's very little amounts of easing, but it's there. Give me a second. So the easing is how he starts off no punch. He goes about like a quarter of the punch, and then he fully does it. 50% like perfect easing would be like to go all the way here, but it's to show that it builds up speed. And then another thing we can do is we'll copy him. Maybe this dude starts to recover too. And then, so that's the end of my tutorial animation now. And I'll go ahead and play the finished product. And here you can see easing and no easing. Oh, actually, I want to add a thing. So you see how we did a sort of arc with the punch here, and there's a kind of that. It's not really noticeable, but we can go ahead and add that to our kick. Make it a bit bigger too. I think for this I'll put it on top so it's more noticeable. But then you can see. And so that's the end of the animation. I hope you guys learned something from this. Also, this is the transparency slider. You can join items. That's how I make my stick figures. So I'll shortly go over that. I'll give you spoilers. Why not? Basically, the leg is connected to the other part of the leg. Hit J and it deselects, and then J to reselect. And the hands, the sword is connected to the hands. You can see it moves with, well, not with one hand, but with the other hand. So, yep, that's the end of the tutorial. I hope you guys learned stuff. I hope you can use Pivot now. Another thing is, I'll just go over real quick how to do everything here. Open animation opens up files where you can open up animations. Here's just one of the Pivot ones. And here you can see they use tweens to hold the thing. They animate it, and then they use tweens to hold again. Tweens to hold again. Perfect. The background is very detailed. But yeah, you can kind of see easy. And then recent animations will show the recent ones you've opened. Save animation will just save whichever one you have open. You can also hit Control S. If it's not already saved, or if you want to change the name, you can hit Save Animation As. Export, you can turn it into a GIF, an image, or an animated image. I don't know. Separate images. This is how I use thumbnails. This is how I make a thumbnail. Is to go to here and select the art I made in Pivot, go to new and just do it, and then just export. You can also do video. That's how I make my video files. You can change the background color. I use this gray one. You can load an image. You can load in sprite images, which is a thing Landfinder uses actually for his effects and weapons and stuff. You can load figures here from your whole list. You could create ones. You could create text. Skibbity toilet Ohio Riz, and it shows up, and you can size it all the ways you want. Not curved though, and you could change the color and lower it and whatever, like with everything. And then you can close pivot. So that's the end. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.